friends, welcome to Insights Encyclopedia. Today in this lecture, we are going to cover Class 6 NCERT History chapter number 3 from gathering to growing food. So the chapter deals with the gathering and growing of food in the ancient time in Neolithic, Mesolithic and Paleolithic age. So this is the first story, that is Neon's lunch. So the story begins with Neon lunch, in which he is uh, eating wild rice, squash, pumpkin, beans, and meat. And her mother had grown these in his garden pot. But she remembered the food when he had been to Madhya Pradesh for a school trip. It was hot and spicy. So in Madhya Pradesh he eats spicy food, but in the southern region, I think in southern, so they are having boiled rice, squash, pumpkin, beans, meat. So these kind of food. So the difference between place to place of the food is mentioned in this story. So, should we mention about the neon's birthplace? So, it is my concern about that. If it is not wrong in one sentence that they have written in which state she belongs, and then she visits to MP. So variety of foods, there are many variety of foods which is based on the different type of cultivation and vegetation of that particular area. So they varied from place to place, beginning of farming and herding. So in chapter 2 we see the climate changing, and then men and women are moving from one place to another, and they are in search of food. So they make some and differentiate some edible plants, and some animals they domesticate from wild. So the first animal to be tamed was the wild ancestor of the dogs. So the dogs are the first one who was tamed. So this is the paragraph about domestication. Domestication is the name given to the process in which people grow plants and look after animals. So this is the domestication, and in domestication you see, for example, they select those plants and animals that are not prone to diseases. First of all, the plants and animals should be prone to diseases. They are the self-sufficient, or their immune system is high as compared to other. They also select plants that yield large size grain. Plants have to be large size grained, strong stalk, capable of bearing weight of the rip grain. Seeds from selected plants are preserved and sown to ensure that new plants will have the same qualities. So it is the sowing of the seeds. So in present time we are also having the category varied varieties of seeds that are called HYV, high yielding varieties. Amongst animal, so in animals they see some characteristics that are gradually domesticated animals and plant become most different from wild plants. For example, the teeth and horn of wild animals are usually much larger than those of domesticated animals. So the teeth and the horns of the domesticated animals should be small, because in some case if they attack on the owner, so they should manage themselves, and they are not aggressive. Aggressive one has the bigger horn and teeth, and the small teeth are for the vegetarian animals that feed on plants only. So domestication was a gradual process took place in many parts of the world. It began about 12,000 years ago. So the after the Paleolithic age and in the starting of Mesolithic age, the transition period between them is very crucial for the domestication work. Virtually all the plants and animal produce that we use as today food today is a result of domestication. So these all the stuff that we are seeing in our kitchen is the domesticated plants, and the animals that we are seen in the roaming in our streets and the animal product that we are eating is the domesticated animals. Beige in which grain was used. So this is the beige in which the grains used as seeds, as food, as gifts, as stored for food. So grains are multi-purpose uses. Food. A new way to life. They began making large clay pots or bow basket or dug pits into the ground. So this all is for the storage of the food. And the containers that are able to store food. Storing of animals are also done. So animals provide milk and food products like meat. So they are also stored and they are used as store of food. So the important slide is this: grain and bones, and from the which sides they are found at their site. So this should you remember. So you should remember this table, and I am also going to cover this point by point. Wheat, barley, sheep, goat, cattle. They are reared in Mehergarh in present-day Pakistan for the first time. Rice fragmentary animal bones are found in Koldheva in present-day Uttar Pradesh. Rice cattle, hoops make on clay surfaces. Mehergarh, present-day Uttar Pradesh. Mahargara, sorry. Wheat and lentil is from Gufkaral, present-day Kashmir. Wheat and lentil, along with dog, cattle, sheep, goat, buffalo, is from Burjehom, present-day Kashmir. Wheat, green gram, barley, buffalo, ox is found in Chirand, present-day Bihar. Millet, cattle, sheep, goat, pig are in Hallur, present-day Andhra Pradesh. Black gram, millet, cattle, sheep, pig is from Piampali, present-day Andhra Pradesh. So these are the just some of the sites from which grain and bones have been found. So you should remember that these are the important ones. Towards the settlement of life. So in Burjahom, present in Kashmir, people built pit houses, which were dug into the ground with steps leading into them. So these are the basement houses present day. Mortars and pestles are also one. Mortars and pestle is a china dish in which a handle is used to in oh sorry, you see this mortar and pestle in the doctor's hand for the grinding of medicines, and in your kitchen for grinding or for cursing the ginger for tea. So these are the mortar and pestles. So now we come on the topic tribe. I skip all these. These are the simple one. Tribes. Member of tribes follow occupations such as hunting, gathering, farming, herding, and fishing. So these are the usual work of the tribal peoples. And women do most of the agriculture work, including preparing the ground, sowing seed, looking after the growing plant, and harvesting it. So women indulge in the household work that was of agriculture, and the men are going for hunting purpose to the dense forest for fishing and herding of animals and gathering the wilder products of food and plants. Children often look after plants. Children also driving away animal and bird that might eat them. So these are the the people who follow up the birds and animals so they can get the best harvest. There are no sharp difference between the rich and the poor. So in tribal time, there is not a much difference because there was no currency, there was no any regulation on the people. So what they get, for example, if suppose if one man got today a big animal for eating, and another day he can't get anyone, so they are the equal one because for the first time they share with each other, and second time if he not get, and then the other will other people share with them. So the difference between rich and poor is negligible that time. Here is a point of a village. What is a village? Village, one of the distinct features of the village is that most people who lived there are engaged in food production. So the people of village primarily focus on primary work. So primary work is agriculture. So the all the villages men, most of the villages men are indulged in agriculture work. Oh, this is a paintings. A burial from Meher. No, 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 not painting. It's burial from Mehergarh. And in Mehergarh, you find that a man is lying, and these are the some animals. I think a house in Mehergarh, that is what a house in Mehergarh you may have looked like. So this is a four-chambered house of Mehergarh. In one instance, the dead persons were buried with gods, which were probably meant to serve as food in the next world. So the earlier people also believe in the next world, that the people die from this world and then the new generation, new birth is start in next universe or in next planet. So there they have get a food from the burial of that time. So this is the now end of the chapter, and here in elsewhere you find Turkey in Atlas. So see the Turkey map, and Turkey is here one of the most famous Neolithic sites. So Kettle Hyok was found in Turkey. Kettle Hyok is a Neolithic site or Mesolithic site. A large structure of the houses are found here. Several things were from great distances, and the things are from great distance, like flint from Syria. Flint is the sharpest and the sharpest and shining stones, and cowries from Red Sea. Cowries are basically cowrie, which found in sea soils. So from Red Sea, shells from the Mediterranean Sea, and the shells is from Mediterranean Sea. So are used in the settlement. So there was no cart. Most things would have to be carried on the back of the pack of animals such as cattle or by people. So the development of cart is not seen at that time. So the most of the load is carried in the back of the animals or back of the humans. So these are the some keywords. So keywords are almost the similar. Domestication, farmers, herders, Neolithic pots, tribes, village house burials. So these are the simple words, and I get you all know these same words. And the important dates from this chapter is beginning of the domestication about 12,000 years ago. So the domestication of animals and plants began from 12,000 years, and beginning of settlement at Mehergarh about 8,000 years ago. So the instances of settlements are found from the 8,000 years in Mehergarh. So this is the end of the chapter, and thanks for watching this video.